Okay, baby, I'm back for a part two from Hallmark Signed, Seal, Delivered to the Moon and Back, which premiered at 8 p.m. Eastern last Saturday. And it was not properly advertised by Hallmark, and I'm really pissed because I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. I think The Dead Letter Office, it teaches us about friends, family, it teaches us about what it means to be kind human beings and to be loving. Hallmark, this is the type of thing that you need to advertise. All the other shitty ass movies you've been advertising this year has not been even a quarter of how good this movie was. Okay, this movie and An Unexpected Valentine is with Lacey Chabert and Robert Buckley so far are the only two movies I've given above an 8. They have received 9s from me. Okay, and for you to not advertise this one really hurts my feelings. Okay, back to part two. So Oliver does the right thing and he gives the mom 6 weeks to prepare her other daughter before he has to turn her into the feds. Remember, the Dead Letter Office, they are all still federal agents, but they're all expecting parents. Rita and Norman are going to have 2 kids. Their adopted baby is actually born during this movie. Plus, Rita is expecting her first baby, right? And then Shane and Oliver are also expecting their baby. And as they're going on their journey, they're learning different things. Shane knows her family history. Oliver really doesn't, because it turns out Papa Joe, and I had forgotten this, Papa Joe, Oliver's father, is not actually his biological father. His biological father is a man that Papa Joe's wife had an affair with, but Papa Joe raised Oliver even when his mother ran off, right? And so Oliver struggles sometimes with not knowing things about his bio father, but then Papa Joe gives him a box from Arthur, who turns out to be the bio father, who wrote him about 43 letters. You know, letters about your first job, the first time you fall in love, the first time you meet the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And while the letters are cute, Papa Joe been the one that's been doing all the heavy lifting for the 43 years. So he and Oliver are kind of bumping heads about this, because Oliver felt like he should have gotten those letters from his bio father. He should have gotten that box from Papa Joe way before, but Papa Joe says it was all about timing. And since Oliver is about to become a father, he thought that this was a good time to hand him these 43 letters from his bio father, which neither his bio mom nor father are alive anymore. So, you know, this group, they're all about to be new parents. And then at the same time, they're dealing with this situation of a mother who's just trying to protect her 2 girls and daughters who are also trying to protect their mothers. Now, I told you the issue at hand was the mother didn't know her husband was going to rob the bank. So she ends up being the getaway driver, unbeknownst to her what was going on. And so her 2 little girls, they go on the run with the father. And apparently when you rob a federal bank, they be looking for you even 20-something years later or 15 years later or whatever it is. So even though Oliver has to turn the mother in, Tracy's mother in, he reunites Tracy with her mother and her sister. He also reunites her with the now famous singer Nate, and he allows her to perform for her mother one time at Ramon's new restaurant before the feds take her in. Now, I wish we had known what had happened to the mother. I know Oliver says he hopes that the feds will believe her that she did not know that her husband was going to rob the bank, and that low down dirty scandal. He left her and them 2 girls to fend for themselves and to be on the lam for years. This is a story about family trying to protect each other and unconditional love. Even Nate trying to protect Tracy, aka Lily, all the groupies in the world, and he's singing to the moon and back, hoping he will see Tracy again. And at the end of the movie, he does. And the movie basically alludes that since Nate has blown up because of Tracy/Lily's songwriting, that they're either going to be a duo or he's going to be able to financially take care of her, because he can now give her credit for all the songs that she's written for him. We find out that Tracy/Lily has an amazing voice, and we know that the mother that's being taken into custody is a good mom. just a bad situation, and she did everything to keep her girls together and to keep them from foster care. Because for those of you who don't know, a lot of people, even that I know personally, were not sent to great foster homes and were sent to abusive places. You really don't know who your children are going to when they are placed in foster care. Anyway, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered to the Moon and Back. It was an excellent movie. I was in my feelings. When Oliver and Papa Joe reunite and they realize they are family, and Papa Joe has been he's the father that he needs, because there's no letter that can tell him what to do when his wife is facing some health issues during her pregnancy. He can't protect his wife. He can't protect his baby, and he needs his father. And Shane reminds Oliver that he is lucky to have Joe. Baby, this was a beautiful, beautiful movie. 9 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. Pissed off. Hallmark not only did not advertise it, I couldn't find it on their Facebook page, and I couldn't find it on their Instagram page. But I could find pure tomfoolery on those pages. Very upset about that, but at the end of the day, so blessed that I literally was able to DVR this movie, I think 30 minutes before it started, because I had no idea that the Postables were back. Hallmark, they have a huge following. I need you to get your shit together. Guys, I know I'm in my bed, but I still wanted to do this review. I still wanted to let this entire cast know I appreciate them and that I can't wait to see what they're going to do next year. I hope we never stop getting the Signed, Sealed, and Delivered movies and life lessons, because I'm always in my feel after every single movie. I just want to reach out and hug somebody, don't you? Let me know if you caught it. All right, guys. Love you to the moon and back, as always. For everyone that's been following me, supporting me, I sometimes cannot get out of bed without your support. That is how wonderful this community has been. Okay, bye. Until the next Hallmark movie that may be worthy of having a review, which I don't foresee anytime soon. But if y'all didn't get a chance, check out Signed, Sealed, and Delivered to the Moon and Back. Bye.